Yo, I'm Bob. Into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Happen to be totally blind since birth. Going to be unboxing an action figure from NECA. Bought this one around Christmas time. It's March as I'm opening this guy. This is the 1987 animated series Ultimate Foot Soldier. I think his tagline is Troubles Afoot. So you get a whole bunch of accessories in this package from what I've seen online. You get a head from one of my favorite episodes from season 4. The foot soldiers are revolting, so you can have a regular foot soldier. You can have him look like Alpha 1. Foot soldier that gained intelligence, kind of evolved because of, Shredder's and Krang's tinkering with stuff. Here's the back of the box. So, I had to get this guy. I think I'll probably only be able to get one of them. He's an army builder, of course. I mean, if you wanted to, you could grab several of them. I'm not sure how easy it is to get them now. Probably pretty easy. I got mine off of eBay. Rip into that box here. Not going to leave you in the box. Come on. Alright. Turn him around. He's probably, he's in a little tray here, so nothing is going to fall out. Oh, what's that down there? Okay, that's just inserts and things like that. Okay. Oh my. So he's, in a tray. He's taped shut, all that good stuff. So I'm going to have to break him out of his figure tray. You're probably not going to be able to see anything in here. Break him out. We'll take a look at all of his accessories. There are a ton from what I understand.
Pause video.
So I'm going to break him out, and I'll be back in the blink of an eye, and we'll take a closer look.
Space. Resume.
All right, Foot Soldier is out of the packaging. I'm not sure which head he has on. I believe it was one color in Season 1 and another color in Season 2. But right now he's just got, his regular sized Foot Soldier head on. We'll take a look at the massive Alpha 1 head in a minute. So he's got gripping hands on right now. He comes with 2 shuriken. I gave him one there in his left hand. You can see that, hopefully. And then he has several different weapons. So right now he has a katana there in his right hand. So he's a little loose in the legs. Not too bad. Not too bad. I did read somewhere online that the Ultimate Foot Soldier, he would be a bit loose in the legs. Just a little bit. I think some people have gotten one like that. But he's not too loose. I might try to find an older Foot Soldier. I think they said the older ones had a bit tighter joints there in the legs. But he looks very similar to the one that I had when I was a kid. Of course, these guys are robots. And he does look rather emaciated, rather skinny there. And he's got the pads there on the wrists like they all have. And when you turn him around, he's got kind of a hunchback thing going on, which I love because it looks like the Foot Soldier that I had from Playmates when I was a kid. Real skinny guy. You can definitely tell he's a robot. Can't really see any robotics though. They made several different versions of this guy, like slashed and battle damaged. I'd like to find one of those. I'm not sure which one I could track down, exposing more of the wires and the metal underneath his ninja garb.
Stop. Pause video. Space. Resume.
All right, so he got, like I said, several weapons. So he's got another sword here in his right hand. This one has a more serrated blade. And then he's got several laser weapons here. So he's got this one. This one reminds me of General Trag's rifle from the Playmates era. To me, it looks very similar. I'm trying to, have him go back and forth because that's a really long rifle that he has there. It really does remind me of one of Trag's rifles. Trag had a longer rifle, and he also had a shorter blaster. Yeah, this rifle, it either reminds me of Trag's or maybe a little of Rocksteady's. Rocksteady had a long rifle in the old Playmates line, but I'm sure these weapons are taken straight out of the cartoon. Hopefully he's... Yeah, let him raise that up just a little bit. There we go. So yeah, that's a really cool looking rifle that he's got there.
Stop. Pause video. Space. Resume.
So here is even more firepower for our robotic minion to wield here. The weapon in his left hand almost looks like a drill. I mean, I suppose it could be a blaster too, but look at that. Look at the way that the end of that looks. It reminds me of a drill quite a bit. And the weapon in the right hand, well, it looks quite a lot like Krang's brain drain gun from back in the day with the end that looked like a plunger. And I think the Loyal Subject's foot soldier had a rifle exactly like this, although that was a lot smaller. But this is made out of a very hard plastic, so I like that quite a lot. So yeah, you can have him wielding. You can have him wielding several weapons, and he holds them very well. I'm trying to hold these up because they're so massive here. So yeah, more weapons there. Can't figure out which one I like the best.
Stop. Pause. Space. Resume.
All right, so he has a massive spear that you can have him wield. He's got hands specifically designed to grab it too. It's a tighter gripping hand. I don't know if they ever wielded these massive spears in the cartoon. That would have been cool if they did. Maybe they did. I mean, they don't say anything. The turtles never said, look out for those spears, so I might have missed that. And he's got a little sidearm here in his left hand. I think I read somewhere that he does come with one of the weapons that Alpha 1 was using. Although that might have been one of the bigger ones. He's got this little tiny blaster, though. I like that thing. It's pretty cool.
Pause video. Space. Resume.
So he's got a fan. I think that's a fan. That's a really cool looking throwing weapon there that he has. He seems to hold it rather well in his tighter gripping hand built for that spear. Kind of have him holding it up like that. You could have him holding it however you want. I guess he would probably throw that. And then he's got another blaster here in his left hand. And this guy has just got everything a foot soldier could want in terms of going into combat here. I like that little weapon, though. I can't tell you which episodes that they use this stuff in. I didn't even know they had these little fans. Of course, I remember their lasers and things because they would fire those quite a bit in the cartoon. So you got all those weapons. Now, I'm not sure which head wears the hat. But yeah, in the pilot, whenever receptionist lady was like, "Security Team C, report to reception." I think these guys had the hats on from what I remember one of my buddies talking to me about. So I could have it on the wrong head. I don't know what head popped out of the package attached to this guy. But yeah, you can have him wear the hat like, they're going to go guard wherever they're going to guard and actually steal what Shredder wants. It was a really interesting scene. For the longest time, I didn't know that these guys were just kind of wearing hats in that scene. So yeah, he's got a little hatchet, and it fits really well on his head too. It fits really well on the head. I like that a lot. It's a pretty cool little accessory to have him wearing. All right, so he's got a second head, probably a different color. I think I read that he's got a yellow and a red. So yeah, he's got another head that you can attach to be true to whichever season you want to use him in. Kind of have him with I guess a season 1, a season 2 look, or maybe it was an even later season. But yeah, he's got an alternate head on, and maybe this is the head that the hat goes on, maybe not. So we'll just slap the hat on this head too, because it can fit on. You can fit on either head. It's a real nice snug fit, which I love. I mean, a lot of the times when you get an action figure, the hats don't really stay on the head, but this is a really nice tight fit for him, and it's not gonna come off. So I guess you could have either foot head wearing a police hat if you want. So pretty nice hat, Mr. Foot.
Stop. Pause video. Space.
This head right here, though, is my absolute favorite. This is from the Foot Soldiers Are Revolting. As I said at the beginning of the video, they were, doing some experimentation, Shredder and Krang, where a foot soldier just got his intelligence boosted, and I didn't know that it had this effect on his noggin here. Like, he's got this massive head, which I think is awesome. And Alpha One spoke like this. Like he was the only foot soldier who could speak in the 80s Toon when he got intelligence. So it was really a fun episode. I always wondered who did that voice. I don't know if it was addressed in the credits or not. I always thought maybe Townsend Coleman or maybe Barry Gordon. Could have been any of the actors from that episode. But yeah, the hood looks like it's ripped open so you can see the robotic face there. And he comes with a communicator, I think, probably showing Krang's face from what I've read online. I've got the little screen held away from him because he doesn't really care about Krang and Shredder. He banished them from the Technodrome in that particular episode. I gotta watch that one again. That was so cool. But I love this massive head, signifying this guy is just smarter than any other foot soldier in the room. Smarter than Shredder and Krang. I love that noggin. It's such a cool alternate head that you can attach to this guy. And of course, he's got a sword in his left hand. I don't think he ever fought with a sword, but yeah, you know, you can give whatever weapon to Alpha One you'd like. We'll call him Alpha One because that's the head I have on. Let's see here.
Pause video record space. Resume.
All right, so he has an open hand. Got two open hands. I mean, you can have him displayed with one on his right and one on his left. So that's the one open hand. He's got both. He's got two though.
Stop taking pause video space. Resume.
All right, so he also has fisted hands. I've got Alpha One, well, with his Alpha One head on anyway. Foot soldier with Alpha One head. He's got a balled up fist there, raising it. Never thought we'd get a head sculpt like this. That I think I give the set an 11 out of 10 for the Alpha One head.
Stop taking pause video space. Resume.
All right, got him with a regular foot soldier head back on. So he's also got a karate chop and well, he's got a pair of karate chop hands. So I've got one on his left there, and then he has a hand with he's got two hands bearing trigger fingers. So yeah, there he is with one of his blasters. I'll try to center him a little better. Sorry. Right, there we go. Yep, so you get a slew of hands. I don't know how many weapons you get, like swords, two shuriken, a spear, like 4 or 5 different Dimension X blaster weapons. I like the one... I like the rifle as well as the little one that he currently has in his hand. The Alpha One head, like I said, is probably the cream of the crop in the set for me because the foot soldiers are revolting is one of my all-time favorites. I love that one so much as a kid. I remember it airing the day I lost a tooth when I was like 7 or thereabouts. It had to have been like early December, late November. I remember that distinctly. I taped that one and loved it. But yeah, Foot Soldier, the Ultimate Foot Soldier, Troubles Afoot action figure. I mean, you get just a ton of stuff in here. I was glad to be able to get him at a pretty decent price. I'm almost tempted to pick up a second one just because, I mean, the crazy amount of weapons you get in here, as well as the variations of the heads, the hat that you can put on so you can have security team C report to reception, all that good stuff. Oh, wait a minute.
Stop taking pause video space. Resume.
So he doesn't have a hand to hold this, but you get an ooze canister, a mutagen canister too, which is nice that they threw one of those in. I wish he had, more of an open hand for that, but it's just way too big to fit in any of his hands. Nice that they did give him one of the ooze canisters though. So yeah, 11 out of 10 for Ultimate Foot Soldier. Mine's a little loose in the legs, but I mean, not too loose. Still, just a fantastic action figure with all that they packed in there.
Stop taking
I'll hear you next time.